what do you say to somebody that says, "Well, was very sick and I went on this carnivore diet and I'm showing improvements in my health."
Yes, it's an elimination diet, right? It doesn't it it doesn't have everything you need to be healthy over a long term. And even the person, one of the fathers of this diet, Sean Baker, he even admitted on a podcast that he doesn't know the long-term impact of this diet. Okay, so even one of the people who literally made an entire living out of it, wrote books about it, even he says, I don't know long term if this is good or bad, right? And so that being the case, you can feel really good on an elimination diet, because if you've got a health problem and you haven't figured out what's causing it, and you eliminate practically every food but one food group, or one small amount of foods, chances are you might have eliminated the food causing your problems, and then your problems go away. If you start eating those foods again, your problems come back. That doesn't mean the food is bad. It means you've not fixed the problem that was causing your issue with that food, right? So in terms of why people say, "Oh, I feel great," well, yeah, that's probably why. In terms of why it's an issue, well, you're not dealing with the underlying cause of the problem. You are going to run into more severe problems in the future, as we've been seeing more and more of these long-term carnivores now having severe issues. Just go online and check out a group called Carnivore Cringe. There's somebody who's in one of these big Facebook groups full of carnivore dieters, and it's just screenshot after screenshot of people having all sorts of insane problems with their digestion, with their skin, with their. There's one guy who was oozing some kind of liquid out of his hands. I believe I don't know. This came up recently. His hands went all yellow after some time on a carnivore. It's just not great. In terms of the ethical reasons not to do it, I mean, it's as simple as this. If you want to live healthily, and I understand that, and that's great. Try and live healthily. But I don't think living healthily doesn't have to come at the expense of breeding and violating and killing another animal that just wants to live as much as you want to live, that doesn't want to be bred into this world to be a product for your plate. And the beauty is, you don't have to do that to them. You don't have to. You can respect animals, and you can find your health in other ways, like you are, for example. There are ways to be, incredibly healthy, optimal health, as healthy as you want to be, even without involving animals in that process. And that is a far more ethical way of doing it, for sure. It might be more convenient to do it the other way. It might be more convenient to just go to the shop and pick up animal products, but it doesn't mean it's a good way of living. When animals are concerned, it's definitely not a good way of living.